I'm Amway business owner. Moscow is my favorite city, and it's about, food, culture, people, and Moscow never sleep. I'm a mother, and I'm a business owner, and I'm an artist. I'm in music since I was a little girl, and all my way before Amway, it was about music. When I gave birth my first child, actually my, life, it's like turn around. Oh my God! I couldn't perform, and that's why I tried to find something to have my own personality. I chose Amway because it's about freedom. Yeah. People love social media because it's about reality. I'm a real person. I'm not a person, from the cover of magazine. I'm just sharing my regular life. You walk, make a smoothie, you have activities with your children, and I make a content.
Ну что, всем большой-большой привет! У нас сегодня так холодно на улице, но мы согреваемся. Всем крутого дня!
I think people follow me not because I'm the best person in the world. No, I think they follow me because they want to know more about me. People see me like an expert. That's why they want to try what I'm eating. When I make a smoothie, I show it. They want to try my detox program with our Nutrilite products. That's why they became my loyal customers. This is my favorite smoothie from our detox program. So, чин-чин, на здоровье. My children see what we're doing in Amway business, and it's about how to achieve the goals, how to set goals, how to stay motivated, how to dream. And if you know about a different generation in our business, it's a huge foundation for their future.
大家好，我是肖子成，我生活在中国的北京，我是安利健康大家庭当中的一员。当然我很喜欢北京啊，城市非常大，也非常的漂亮，给了我们很多的归属感。我生在一个知识分子家庭，我的妈妈是学音乐的，我的爸爸呢是一个建筑设计师。我先后上两个大学，因为是媒体出身嘛，所以本身就学的叫大众传媒。那个时候我是生活是颠倒的，因为我的工作是搞音乐嘛，是要晚上工作的。那个时候完全没有健康意识。我在接触安利之前，会发现它不仅是个产品，它里面还有很多的健康管理知识。健康在生活当中太重要了。那每天早上呢，我们家一直是保持着吃营养早餐的习惯，所以不仅是面条啊、包子呀这些北方人习惯吃的早餐，蛋白质、维生素、矿物质这些都是每天做补充的。我的办公呢，基本就在家里边，所以在家里边，一个是学习，再一个呢跟我的伙伴、跟朋友去沟通，这会花掉我一天很多的时间。过去我们都是见面要掏名片嘛，现在呢每个人，我觉得自己的社交媒体还是好好要用起来的。那另外呢，我自己每天还都自学，像营养健康课程，我每一天都会录一些这样的音频给到我的朋友，跟他去聊一些健康的理念。知识会比产品的传播得更远。如果是只推产品的话呢，你就很像做推销，那么很多人是拒绝的。所以我的定位就是在这里，让更多的健康知识被更多人了解。那么他们在想寻找解决方案的时候，也许他们就会接受一个产品。因为我本身也没有想说，我们只是说想找到特定的人群，我们还是想对的人做一点对的事儿。但是走到这个年龄，包括做的这些事情，会发现，其实每个人的健康就是他最大的财富。
Okay, hello. Good evening, everyone. So let's start our weekly home global meeting. So I'm your host for tonight. My name is Bella. So first of all, I would like to thank you, our Diamond founders Diamond Edwin and then late Diamond Jeanette for providing this platform for us to learn and grow together, and also thank you for Bei also for inviting me as a host. And then also I won't forget to thank you my upline mentor Tony and Casey, who has guided me along into this business. So let me share my screen first. I would like to share about the promotion of the month. Okay, so we are going to start with the Malaysian promotion. So there are new launch here, the tea series. So you can enjoy a cup of natural goodness and then pamper yourself with these delightful tea blends, which have 100% cold pressed white, here. So it is really nice, has green tea mixed with rose and then white tea mixed with chrysanthemum and goji berry. Then also have those cold pressed white chia seed oil, which is also new launch. Okay, so you can see the price here is it is 250 milliliter. So it is 100% organic white chia seed harvested from the NutriCert farms with Nutrilite's 9-step traceability, and also contain the omega-3 fatty acid per 100 gram. Okay, so next, the limited edition bundle. So you buy Artistry 2-week skin restoration set at 900 ringgit. Then you can have this intensive skincare. The bundles include intensive skincare 14-night reset program, and then the intensive skincare fighter collagen capsule, and also the crystal pen with SanDisk USB flash drive inside. Okay, so you can save over 500 ringgit. Then if you buy any Artistry products that worth minimum of 400 ringgit, then you can purchase with those Artistry solar and Luna earring set. Okay, so you can see from the picture, which is very beautiful, and it can also be a great present for Christmas, right? Okay, next is the Gold Vibrant lipstick. So it will be available until 31st December only. So make sure you grab it fast. It has the 2 shades. It has cream and then matte. Very many shades, which is cream and then matte is for the cream is for those lips who is a bit dry, and then but I prefer matte because Indonesia already have the matte one. It is more, how to say, lebih tahan lama. Okay, next, the buy e-spring cartridge. Okay, you can purchase with the Nutrilite Double X tray 31st day supply at 22 ringgit, or without the tray, which is the refill pack, at also 22 ringgit. So you can choose whether with tray or no tray. Okay, the buy Nuxa food steamer, you can get these Tessora airtight containers. You can see from the picture, so it has the 1.1 liter size and then 1.5 liter size. Okay, next is the iron. So you can have this effortless, safe, and worry-free ironing. And then you can also get the Philips ironing board together. Next is the wellness beginning with healthy rice. So you can have this new launch Noxa low sugar rice cooker if you feel interested. It is very good. It can reduce up to 41% starch from a white rice. So you can start your healthy lifestyle with Noxa. Next is the limited festive offering for the Chinese New Year, because Chinese New Year is coming, right? So you can give this present for your dear customers or for your families and friends, which is very beautiful packaging. So you can choose which one you like. It has roasted mixed nuts and then baked multigrain rice crackers, orange marmalade cookies. This one is cashew, and then have butterscotch cashew chocolate chips. Okay, so you can choose which is your favorite. And also the package, which is a limited edition packaging. So have those fighter treasures rose shine, and then the pink bloom with a very beautiful festive packaging, and also the festive treasure. So you can order this before it is all sold out, right? Okay, so next, the new APC experience program. So you can get a minimum purchase of 200 ringgit, then you can have e-coupon for 20 ringgit, and then minimum purchase of artistry product, minimum 200 ringgit, you can have e-coupon for 30 ringgit. Or if you purchase Nutrilite and artistry product, then you can also get the e-coupons that worth 30 ringgit. So the e-coupon can use to purchase one artistry signature select mask 5 piece. Okay, so for more information, you can contact your active hotline, and then also have the e-coupon for the new ABO experience. Okay, next we come to the Singapore promotion. So same like Malaysia, Singapore also launched the white chia seed oil. And then the next is the table tea mix. Okay, so have 2 flavors. Okay, so it have exclusive Christmas packing pack. So it is the pack include 5 sets of paper gift bags, and then 2 sets of Christmas decorative stickers, and a set of 5 seal stickers. So if you plan to give some present or exchange the Christmas gift, so you can get this beautiful Christmas packaging pack. Okay, so for Nutrilite Wellness packs from 1 December until the stock lasts, so you can get the immunity pack or the energy pack, healthy beauty, healthy weight, or you can purchase any Nutrilite Wellness packs and receive the free gifts. So you can select one of the gifts, which is the Nutrilite Cutlery Set, Artistry Umbrella, or the Under Armour Project 5 backpack, which is worth $39. And a set of exclusive Amway Christmas packaging pack. Okay, for the artistry promotion, so every purchase of 280 spent on artistry product in a single receipt, you can able to get this beautiful artistry bucket pack worth $100 at only $10. So it is made of nylon and very luxury design. Yeah. Okay, so online specials, you can buy artistry skin nutrition renewing solution 3-step set, and then purchase with the Dermasonic at only $160. Okay, so same. So you can choose either you want the renewing set, the firming set, or the skin serum bundle. So you can purchase with the Dermasonic. Next is the plan to table gift pack. So you can give this as a Christmas present for your friends, families, right? It's a very packed with natural goodness. Enjoy healthy eating while you feast. So it consists of 1 plan to table by Nutrilite, or have white chia seed oil, and then the white tea mix, and also the green tea mix. Okay, the Noxa promotion. So purchase the Noxa electric multifunction pressure cooker, and then you can receive a free Clayton stoneware baking dish that worth $35. Next is the Nutrilite promotion. Every purchase of $300 spent on Nutrilite products in a single receipt, then you'll be able to get a Joyoung, the very beautiful electric hot pot. You can choose it. You want to the brown one or the Sally one at only $18. So it's very cute, yeah. Okay, now the trade-in program is still available from 28 October until 31st December. So exchange your old units and then receive a trade-in bonus up to, and then for the big one, the Atmosphere Sky one, you can receive a trade-in bonus up to $500. For East Spring, then you can receive trade-in bonus at $300. Then about how to trade in, then you can see or ask your active upline. Okay. Okay, next is the new APC and new ABO program. So you can get up to $10 e-coupon for APC, and then if for the ABO is you can start the business at only $30, and then you can receive a free welcome e-coupon at also $30. Then you can enjoy the privilege. Okay, next, the brand experience here and consultation. So if you sign up as new ABO, you can get free brand experience and premiums. And then the artistry experience, you can make the faces appointment with every, or you can receive a complimentary faces appointment with every $350 spent on artistry product in a single receipt within 3 months of purchase. Then you can also experience the brand. You can book a consultation. Vouchers for Nutrilite Health Experience and Artistry Beauty Experience are now available at $100. Okay, let's see next. For it is free 2022 renewal for new sign-ups in 2021, and then you can have $10 e-coupon, and then you can also shop with Atomy. Next is the sponsor and activate new ABO program. So you can receive $20 e-coupon for sponsoring every new Singapore ABO with 60 PBV. So for more information, please contact your active upline. Okay, now we come to the Indonesian promotion. So we have those artistry or home care, and then also personal care, snap skin promotion. If you buy 1.3 million, so you can get this intensive skincare, the sleeping mask at only 130 rupiah. And then Nutrilite, so buy any filters, Atmosphere Sky, the HEPA filter for Atmosphere Mini, or the HEPA for Spring cartridge, you can get this free B complex. And then the TikTok video, the social media challenge is here until 31st December. Next is the sponsoring program. So you can, if you have one set of 2 new ABO, you can get 100,000. If you have 2 sets, then you get 300,000, and then plus Nutrilite Eye Defense. Okay, now come to our highlight for tonight. So we are going, I'm going to introduce our first speaker, Darryl. He will be talking about the stamina boosting. So Darryl graduated from University of Buffalo with a degree in business accounting, and currently he's working as a tutor to guide new generation of students to improve critical thinking. So Darryl was diagnosed with a spinal condition called ankylosing spondylitis when he was 16, and started him on journey to improve his fitness. Over the years, he learned various information to improve on his fitness, which includes nutrition along as good daily habits. So from a person who wasn't sports inclined, he now participated in various marathons, duathlons and triathlons, and even completed a half Ironman as part of team. So now let's type 888 to welcome Darryl. Okay, pass the mic to you, Darryl. Darryl, you are muted.
Can everybody hear me? Everybody can hear me? If you can?
Yeah, now,
Great.
now
Oh,
we can hear you.
okay, great.
Yes, now can
Okay,
hear you.
so just let me open my slides. Okay, yes. So today's topic that I'll be talking about is boosting stamina. But before I continue, okay, there's a very important disclaimer, which is everything that I say will be based off my own experience. So if anything I say sounds different or you might want to clarify, please do check if you're active growing up line, okay? Because it's just only my experience, what I have personally gone through. Okay. So just some introduction, more further introduction about myself is when I was very young, I wasn't a sporty person. Even though Bella did mention that I have completed a half Ironman, I was not a sports person. When I was younger, like during my primary school days, like these were the CCAs, the extra curriculum that I did. I was in a library club. I played chess, which was exercise for my fingers, but definitely not a full-on physical exercise. Even when I went to a junior college before, when I was taking my A levels, I was in chess and photography. And at that point in time, whenever I had spare time, I would always use it on studying. So I wasn't active in sports at all. And on top of that, right, I was diagnosed with ankylosing spondylitis. So at that point in time, it was like a limiter to me. I limited myself to saying that, okay, I'm not going to go and exercise. I'm not going to go. I am like, I'll keep my fitness to a minimum level. I don't have to worry too much. I'm not a sporty person, so I'll keep it at that. But when I went past, when after army, I wanted to challenge myself. I want to challenge my limits. I want to break past these limits that I had on my mind. And coincidentally at that point in time also, I had joined the business also. So I had I saw many of my uplines. I had like Eldon, I had like Hong Ming. They are very sporty people. And when they went for marathons, right, I was like, okay, how about I also join them? So the first thing I did was I signed up for runs like that, like 10 kilometers. I started small, 10 kilometers. And then after that, I went to 21 kilometers. So my first half marathon I completed was Sundown. It was in 2014. Then after that, the next year, I said, okay, I've done my half marathon. Maybe I can do more. So I did my full marathon. I progressed it. Now I was like, so I managed to complete it in 2015. I was like, wow, okay, I can do it, knowing me, from a chess person, now I'm finishing marathons. So I said, why not go further? Because at that point of time, when I finished my first marathon already, at that time, Eldon was already training for his Ironman. Hong Ming also was training for their Ironman. So I was like, okay, I want to follow them. So I signed up. I said, what can I do? I'll go for aquathlons. I'll go for duathlons. For those who don't know, aquathlons means you swim certain distance and then you run the remaining distance. Duathlon is just you cycle a certain distance and then you run the remaining distance. Okay. Then after that, the year after, I said, okay, let's combine everything together. Let's do a triathlon. I'll swim, I'll cycle, I'll run, I'll do everything. Then when I completed it, I was like, okay, I'm prepared. I can go. I signed up for a half Ironman. So I went with Eldon, I went with Hong Ming, I went with William also. I went with a group of people in 2018 to my first Ironman, and I remember it was in Bintang, I think. Yeah, at the point in time. Then when I went, no, it was Langkawi. Yes, it was Langkawi. So when I went there, I participated in it. I didn't complete it at that point in time because I got lost. I literally got lost. But that's not the main gist. The main gist was I didn't complete it that year. But what I took back on that year was that I definitely want to finish my half Ironman. I don't want to leave it as not completed. So I trained further, and the next year, I was able to complete it. My first half Ironman, as you can see in the photo, in 2019, I was able to accomplish my goals that I set out for myself. So today's presentation, or today's what I hope you can take back, right, is stamina. Because I want you to see how I managed, right, to go from someone who's very not sporty, like a bookworm, to someone now, right, who does Ironman, who does sports on a very regular basis. And what is important, right, between connecting you being not sporty to being someone who's sporty is you need the stamina for it. So what exactly constitutes stamina? What defines stamina? And stamina is actually the strength and energy that allows you to sustain physical or mental effort for long periods of time. And this is important because it's not only just a physical portion. You can't just say, okay, I'm just going to train my body and I can go and compete in an Ironman. No, that's not the case. You need mental fortitude as well. And it is important. Why? Because I would share this. Even though the reason why I couldn't finish my first half Ironman, right, was because even though I was lost, right, I mentally gave up. I mentally gave up when I got lost because different countries. So what happens when I went there, I couldn't understand the language. I couldn't understand where the signs were pointing me to. I went the wrong way and I got lost. But you see, even though I was lost at a point in time, I could have gotten it back because if I had the mental fortitude, I could have just pushed on and I just finished it off. But I didn't. So what happened was during that year, the next year, the leading up to the next year, I worked on my mental fortitude. I worked on my physical fitness because I trained myself. I trained myself because I now had a very strong goal that I wanted to accomplish, which was I need to finish my half Ironman. I die must complete. And when I went in for my half Ironman during my 2019, I really needed mental fortitude because at that point in time, I had all sorts of things happen to me. I had cramps in both legs while I was cycling. I fell off my bike. And then at the same time, I also didn't have enough water at the end. And the worst part was because of how long it took, I had heat injuries all the way from for 2 hours straight. And it was really very taxing. In fact, to the last 30 minutes, right, I wasn't even cycling, I was pushing my bicycle along the road, just to finish it off. And at any point of time, right, I could have given up. I could have said, okay, never mind, I can have next year. But I had mental fortitude. I told myself, I had this goal in mind, I need to accomplish it. And so that's, to me, right, that also gives you energy, which I'm not sure whether you can relate, but sometimes when your mind is set on something, suddenly you have this boost of energy, right? Yeah, so that also constitutes stamina. So how are you going to build stamina? The more, like many people think, right, like we say stamina. Okay, so how are you going to build stamina? The first thing that you think of is fitness, your physical activities. You need to exercise, like even though no matter how much, I sugarcoat it, exercise is necessary for you to build stamina. You can't just be all mind only, like in the past, I was all mind only. I was like, okay, I'll just build my mind, which was, I played chess, I was in photography, I was in the library club, everything to do with the mental fortitude. I was training that, but I didn't train my fitness. I couldn't. At that point in time, I was not capable of doing, like sporty things. But if you invest your time, just 30 minutes, right, for 3 times a day, not 3 times a day, 30 minutes for 3 times a week, that is sufficient for you to build your stamina. That is the fitness level. So this is part 1 of how you're going to boost your fitness. Next thing that you need to understand is fitness. I mean, I understand, fitness is definitely, you want to get energy. Some people will say, oh, I don't have enough energy, to in the first place to go into fitness. Okay. So here are some products which I feel, right, helped me get into it. Because I was like you, when I first joined the business, right, when I saw Eldon, when I saw Hong Min, when I saw William go for their marathons, right, the first excuse I gave to Eldon was, oh, I don't have enough energy, I feel so tired after I come back from university at that point of time. I said all these excuses, everything I gave to Eldon. Eldon just told me this, you take Nutrilite B complex, you take some of this nutrition from our business, and then from there, after that, you see whether you have enough energy from there. I did everything, I had the energy. And then that's why I was like, okay, I have more energy now. I feel energetic. So I took all of this and I was able to start training. So the first product I recommend is Nutrilite B complex. The reason for this is because it has all the different vitamins in it. It has like 7 B vitamins in there, the B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, all of it you can read there. But the most important thing is they contribute directly to producing energy in the body. So if you're feeling tired or if you're feeling lethargic, this is something you can easily take, right? It's easily digested, assimilated into your body. This is something you can take, right, every morning and at night to, if you're feeling like you want energy in order to exercise. So this is something I would recommend. The second thing I would recommend is coenzyme, because coenzyme is involved in making ATP, basic adenosine triphosphate. And you know how as we grow older, I'm not sure about the age of the the people in the chat right now, but when I was younger, I had more energy. Now I'm like in my 30s, I don't feel as energetic. I don't feel naturally energetic as I was when I was maybe in my 15s, my teens. And this is because your body doesn't produce ATP, and what coenzyme does is it helps boost this. It helps you generate energy in your cells. So when you take this, right, after a while, you'll feel very energetic. And so this was something I used to take also on a regular basis. Even now, I take it on a regular basis so that I have enough energy when I want to do my sports. So the next thing I want to talk about, which is to do with our mental fortitude, is stress and its side effects. Because what I have noticed is, especially in my current age group in the 30s, when you're working, a lot of people say that they face a lot of stress. And stress does have a very major impact on your energy levels or your stamina. Because when you have stress, when you're stressed about your work or stressed about something, it means that you have a lack of quality sleep. Because most of the time, before you get to sleep, you will start to stress about things, about everything. It happened to me also. Because regarding my work, I had some things I was stressed about. Wow, that particular night, I couldn't sleep, I was like 2 o'clock, I was still like worrying about my stuff, and I was like tossing and turning. Then I woke up, I was like, wow, how? These kind of things will cause your quality sleep. And if you don't have quality sleep, it means your energy levels will decrease. It means your stamina level will decrease. Anxiety, depression, headaches. These are also additional things that are caused by stress. But one of the killers, right, of stress, one of the major side effects of stress is that it lowers your motivation. When I was very stressed in the past, right, I set a lot of goals. I set a lot of sports goals also. At the point of time, I wanted to go for my full Ironman. But when I wanted to train, I started to have very low motivation. I was like, wow, so much more to do. Then I started complaining. Even though at the end I still managed to do, but you can tell my energy level was low. So how did I combat it? Surprisingly, there are 2 ways you can do it: yoga, meditation. If you meditate, if you spend time every day, right? I'm not saying to go do yoga, because I have done yoga before. I went to do yoga before. I felt it was not for me, because all I got out from it was, I felt very relaxed. My body also felt very relaxed for the next 5 days. Wow, it was a very awesome feeling. And I was like, I think it's better for me to practice meditation, like how some of my mentors do it, like how Hua Xing does it, wow, you practice meditation, a quiet corner, rather than, yoga. I mean, I'm not saying yoga is bad. If you feel yoga is good for you, please go for it. It's a very life-changing experience. I fully support you. But, if you want the more not so physical intensive ways, meditate. Find a quiet spot, meditate. And then after that, you will realize that when you spend time to meditate, your stress will disappear. All you need to do, right, for meditation, like what my mentor Hua Xing used to tell me is that when you and Homie, when you want to meditate, right, just take a quiet corner, close your eyes, and the first thing you want to do, right, is breathe. You need to continue breathing. Just focus on your breathing. You breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And then when they say empty your mind, right, it's very hard to empty. Well, at the start, I couldn't empty my mind. It's like one of our speakers used to mention, like, if you think about emptying your mind, you can't empty your mind. So what they told me to do is focus on just your breathing. Focus on breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And after a while, when you just focus on this, your mind will start to clear up. And whatever stress you're feeling, you're not thinking about it anymore, because the only thing you will think about is I breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Then if you keep continuing to do this, right, at a point in time, after continuous period, because especially meditation, you can't acquire the skill of meditation in one day. You need to meditate for 1 week at least. Like, you need to practice every day. Like, you spend some time, you take out the slot. And then the magical thing is that as you keep doing it, right, once you do it consecutively, there'll come a point in time within that week. It doesn't need to take 7 days. For me, it took 6 days. But to you, it might come faster. After a certain period of meditation, your mind will just clear up. You won't even feel the stress. You won't even feel anything. You won't even think about anything. You'll be in this like quiet place, literally a quiet place. And then at that point in time, right, that's when your stress will go out. And that's when your mind's actually relaxing. And, you know, for that matter, it boosts your mental energy, boosts your mental state. And that was how I was able to build my mental stamina. So the next thing which is recommended is music. Because have you noticed, right? Okay, when I say listen to choice music, it means listening to music you like. So when I went to a gym, or when I went to my gym, you know how some people, right, where they always put the AirPods in their, and then they'll start to run, or they'll start to jog on the treadmills or what. This is actually an interesting thing, because what happens is a study was taken, right, where people who were listening to their choice music increased their cardiac efficiency. Cardiac efficiency, for those who don't know, it means it basically boosts your heart rate. So you have lesser effort is required when exercising. I have personally felt the difference, because when in the past, when I used to train, like 5 years ago, when I used to train for my Ironman, I did not even use any music, because my excuse or my reason at the point of time is when I put the music here, right, wow, I sweat a lot, right? So in the end, my entire phone here was also covered with sweat. Then I almost lost my phone because of the sweat. You know, the water started leaking. Then it was like error. Water detected in phone. Then I was like, wow, I don't want to risk it. So I decided to not listen to music while I was running. Then recently, when I started to train, especially during the COVID period now, where I start to train again for my Ironman, then I was like, I don't want the same thing to happen. So I was like, never mind, let's take AirPods this time, real AirPods. I invest in one, I put. Then this time around, I was like, when I was doing, right, I log in my timings, I log in the distance I was able to travel, I log in how long I was able to run each day. So because I log it in, I can tell a difference, because on days where I don't use the music, right, I'll feel I can do like 10 click, but 10 kilometers in like 1 hour, versus when I use the AirPods, when I'm listening to my music that I like, I'm taking like 15 minutes lesser, and I'm not feeling as tired after that. So to me, it works. I don't know whether it works for you. If it does, you know, props. You continue doing it. But to me, it works. So I continue doing this, and I would recommend it. If you don't see a difference, then you know it's okay to do exercise without music. But if it does, hey, you know, at least you learn something new. And the last thing that surprisingly, right, I did not know about how it boosts stamina, right? And this is what Huasing would have loved to hear, right, is that caffeine actually helps boost your stamina. Yes, caffeine. So drinking coffee does increase your stamina. But as in everything, please drink, you know, moderation. Don't, you know, some of the people I know, like some of my uplines also, especially, they used to drink like 6 cups of coffee a day. You know, even Casey can attest to that. she has seen how some of my uplines, they drink coffee like drink water. But like I said, moderation. Thankfully, in the business, right, we have access to something called access. And access has two variants. One is the access with caffeine free. One is access with caffeine in it. And for me, I always used to drink access without caffeine. Then when I started to train, and okay, the reasons why you want to drink excess is because one, is low in calories, it has no sugar, but hey, it contains multiple vitamin Bs. And if you realize, I did say in the previously, right, like in the slides, just a couple of slides back, right, I said that one of the things that we want to take is B complex, because it has a lot of vitamin Bs. Excess has a lot of different kind of vitamin Bs in it, and that's why it will boost your energy. Not only that, there are the caffeine variants in it, and if you take it, okay, for me, I took both. When I took the caffeine variant, right, especially when I was exercising, I felt more energetic, because it felt like my mind was activated while I was doing it. So compared to the caffeine free variant, right, I would say that yes, actually caffeine does help, you know, to boost your energy. But if you are someone who cannot take caffeine, at the very least, right, I would still recommend excess energy drink, because of the multiple vitamin Bs in it. And it's a very good thing to drink before you go for exercise, because like I said, when you want to go for exercise, you need stamina. Energy is also a very important part to boost your stamina. So if you drink this before you go and exercise, that will boost the effects. So you won't be like exercising while panting half the time. Okay. And with that, I believe I come to the end. So, you know, I do hope that you have taken something back on how to boost your stamina. You know, and with that, you know, back to the host.
Okay, wow, let's give 888 for Darryl. So actually the title is suits for Darryl, right? Because he also shared in a very great stamina and very powerful. Okay, so I'm sure we have learned a lot, right? So in the conclusion that the supplements that we need to make our body have fit or have stamina is like the B complex and then coenzyme Q10 and also the excess drink. So also don't forget to do yoga or meditation. And also you can drink coffee in regular basis and also listen to your favorite music. Okay, so let's tap 888 again for Darryl, and then I will introduce our next speaker, which is okay, so let's see. Lance will share about the dream building. So Lance is graduated from Multimedia University, Malaysia with a Bachelor of Accounting and has been majoring in accounting for the past 10 years. Prior to his current position, he worked as a management information accountant in one of the 3 largest oil companies in the world. So currently he's working as a finance director of Malaysia and Indonesia in a multinational company supplying parts of oil and gas companies while effectively building his Amway business. So let us type 888 to welcome Lance.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. Thanks, Bella, for the great introduction. So I believe you guys able to hear me clearly, right? Yeah, okay. So before I start, as usual, it's a business of gratitude. I would like to take this opportunity to express fullest gratitude to our Home Global Link founders, also our beloved founders, Diamond, Edwin, as well as our late Diamond Janet. Okay, give a 888 to them for forming such a wonderful learning platform for all of us to learn. And also not forgetting to thank my founders, Executive Diamond, Mr. and Mrs. Law, 888 to them as well. Also my upline Diamond, Mr. Yao Kim Hong and also Tang okay, a great mentor from all of them. Also, I want to thank my sponsor in the business, also my business partner, Lin Yao. Okay, so give a lot of love to them, and not forgetting also all the committee and also Didi and above that helping to organize all these wonderful meeting at the back end. Okay, like Casey, Tony, and also Bay, and all the Didi and above leaders. A great thank to them. Okay, so with that, I would without further waste of time, I would like to start my sharing tonight. But before that, I also be very thankful because I was given this topic by Bay and also Casey. Why I feel thankful is because every time I really enjoy sharing this topic itself, not because I'm very good at it, it's because every time I share is a reminder to myself about the importance of dream building. And I would say, if you ask me, this should be the actually lesson 01, if let's say you want to do any OPP or STP. Because if let's say we ourselves do not have a dream, then it's very hard for us to inspire anyone to come along and also build the business together, right? So I'm not going to do OPP, but I think tonight is more on dream building, but of course it's very closely related to what we are doing in the Amway business. Okay, so as per the name suggests, dream building, it sounds like a very big topic, right? So true enough, it's very hard for me to cover everything. And if let's say like Darryl mentioned just now, I also have a disclaimer. So if anything that I have shared tonight is against with or difference with contradict with your active upline, do check with them because they are the one who understand you the most. Okay, so back to this topic, dream building, I think is a very big topic. But first of all, maybe I can share with you guys what I normally do when I OPP or STP with anyone. Okay, so this is basically extracted from my OPP slide. So this is actually my first slide whenever I do a OPP with anyone. And I feel that this is very important because before starting sharing any business plan, I think it's more important for that particular person to know what is their why in this world. Okay, so I will normally ask, have they ever think of what they are pursuing in this life? Okay, because if let's say we didn't pose this question to anyone we meet, right, we might end up that person value the Amway business, but then they still do not know what they want in their life, right? So they might just ignore whatever you share with them. So I think it's important to bring that person into the view whereby do they know what they want in their life? Okay. Otherwise, most of us, if let's say, including myself, if let's say I'm not in the Amway business today, I probably still in the rat race whereby I just living every day, very routine, but still don't know what actually to accomplish or to fulfill in this life, right? So normally, this slide, I will share with them some of the example things that we normally pursue. Of course, it's not limited to some of the example here, but these are some of the common things that we normally will pursue in our life, right? So for example, not necessarily a very big or luxury house, but a comfortable and a very cozy house or home to our loved one and also our families, or a very safe mode of transportation, or something that can actually give you a safest protection, right? So when we look at the car or transportation, it's not only from the brand or from the how luxury is it, but actually the higher the price goes, definitely it gives a higher protection to us as well. So these are we looking for all these things in our life, and certain people, they looking for all these very nice delicacies. Okay, so just like Casey also always mentioned also, she know how to handle all this good food with the balance with nutrition, all that. So I think there's definitely people around us that look for all this nice food around the world. And we also have people that want to go all around the world to travel and also see all this very nice scenery. So normally, when I share this part with them, I will also share what is my own dream with them. Okay, so at this part or at this point, I will tell them my dream is actually relating to this picture. Okay, so I am a person who like to travel. I like to go all new place, experience new things. Okay, so we also have people that want to experience life. Okay, not only pursuing things which is material, but also to experience. Okay, because experience is beyond material things, right? So, but then I would say a lot of the things that we want to build, including the last one, some people say, I just want to have a modest life. I just want to be healthy with my partner, and then we grew all healthily. Okay, have that also. Okay, when you talk about a luxury thing, they totally no feeling, but they want something which is very modest but very healthy. Okay, but I was, if to conclude all these things, right? Actually, we all can agree that no matter which is the one that most valuable to you, it will only be sustainable and be built strongly on a strong financial foundation. Okay, so if I say we realize that we need a very stable financial foundation to have all these things, right? Then only we will start to think, hey, is there any way that I can actually complete or fulfill my dream? Okay, so this is one of the way to trigger or to ask ourselves what is our own dream. Okay, but in short, I think a very straightforward question is always give life a meaning. Okay, this is also a very big question. I believe when we ask a lot of people what is the meaning of your life, they will like stone for a while, or they quiet, or they don't know how to answer. Okay, but if let's say we ourselves today we have this trouble also, then I think we need to figure out first what is our own meaning before we go out and share with people how actually Amway can serve as a tool or a very great platform to help us achieve our own dream. Okay, so when we ask about the life purpose or the meaning of life, right? I think this diagram is serving a very good illustration to give us a very summary. Okay, I like this one, so I share with you all. So this is actually a combination of 3 elements, which is what you love, what you are good at, and what the world actually needs. So if you realize, right, a lot of us when we work, maybe I talk about myself, okay, like for example, myself, I'm in the profession, just now Bella introduced me, I'm in the profession of accounting. I've been in this profession for a very long time. But if you ask me seriously, do I love accounting? The answer is no. Okay, so I can only say that if let's say today I do not know what is the purpose of my life, right? I do not know the dreams that I'm chasing for, right? I'm actually just in the I just in between of two elements, what I'm good at. Okay, I can say maybe I'm good in financial knowledge. Okay, I'm good in handling my wealth for my company. Okay, and also what the world needs. Of course, my company is also contributing to partial of the world development, all that. So we are indirectly, as long as we are working or we are doing something contributing to a company or a entity, society or association, we're actually fulfilling something that the world needs, right? So, but then if in this diagram, you'll notice that if you just work and you're just providing what worlds need, doesn't matter how big the portion is, we are just doing a profession on it, okay? So if you are just every day, day in, day out, you are just doing a profession, I would say it's a very, very poor life, not in terms of monetary, but in terms of the purpose of our life, okay? So if today you know that, okay, I'm good in financial, I'm good in providing or fulfilling what my company vision is, okay? But at the same time, if you know what you really love, if let's say today you are same like me, you're also an accountant, and for example, I love photography, I love outdoor activities, all that. But if I do not find a time to do it, then probably I have give up my passion, right? So if I have no time to do what I love, it's very hard for us to have a mission in this life also. Doing something that related to what you love and what the world needs, okay? Only when we have this combination of all these three passion, your mission, and also your profession, then it really serves a purpose in your life, okay? So I believe when a lot of people probably just start in profession and maybe a part-time passion. When we say part-time passion, it's like we cannot like fully go to chase whatever we are passionate about, right? So I think this diagram gives us a clear picture, where are we, and when we set our dreams, right, when we are looking for or building our dreams, you can use this as a guidance, okay? What are the things that you love, what you're really good at, and how do you bridge it to provide what the world needs, okay? And if let's say in short, I would tell you actually Amway is such a great platform whereby you're able to fulfill all of this if let's say you achieve diamondship at least. Yeah, so I would like to follow on my sharing on the dream building. Of course, I will be using this book contents from John Maxwell, which is Put Your Dream to the Test. I'm not sure whether you all have read this book before, but I have read this book for quite some time already. So probably some of the content I do not remember clearly, but I'm very lucky because I make a simple slide right after I have finished reading it, I think back in 2018. So these are actually some of the points that I made up when I finished reading this book in the past. So in this book, actually, there's a 10 question, which I think is so helpful for anyone who want to do dream building, okay? So, or if let's say you already have a dream chart or you already have your dream chart in place, but you want to revisit or you want to test whether this is really your dream, I think this 10 question will be helpful for all of us here. Okay, so the first question that John Maxwell asked is actually, is my dream really my dream? Okay, so just now I already give a diagram, right, to show how to actually locate our purpose and also our big why in this life. But whenever we set the dreams, right, we tend to maybe certain people will tend to like I want to be very kind or very noble, but that might not be your true personality, right? So this is actually the part whereby John Maxwell tells us that we cannot achieve a dream that you do not own. Okay, so whenever you set a dream, make sure that it's really your true dream. Okay, it belongs to you, is born by you. Okay, and then secondly, he says that when the dream is right for that person and that person is right for the dream, the two cannot be separated from each other. Okay, so I think it's all about the value. The value of the dream have to be seen very deeply and strongly to you. So that means if let's say, for example, my dream is to actually travel around the place. So whenever I not able to do it, or whenever someone challenge me, I will tend to protect that dream. Okay, so that means there is really something that true to you. Okay, so how to actually own your dream is actually some of the points that mentioned in this book is that you are willing to bet on your life. Okay, that means once you set this dream, right, you're willing to bet your entire life to make it happen. Okay, so if you don't have that strong feelings, right, that means it's not your real dream yet. Okay, so secondly, he said lead life and not accept life. Okay, so once you set that dream, right, the dream's supposed to lead you to lead your life, and it's not like just let anything that happen and then you just accommodate to it. So it should be the other way around. The dream should give you the life or the motivation to lead your life. Okay, love what you do and advice, don't compare. Okay, so when we say love what you do, that means you can also relate back to the diagram just now. When we say passion is like what you love, right? So it definitely has to be something that you love, okay? And then you will actually believe it will happen, a very strong belief that it will happen. Okay, so number two, the second question, once you make sure that that dream is really true to yourself, is your own dream, then the second, can I clearly see my dream? This is the part whereby in our system teaching, we always say that we have to visualize our dream, right? Not only tell your dream, but you have to visualize. That is also the reason why we do our dream chart. That's why you do it visualize, and certain leaders also share that you can put it as your screensaver or in your on your monitor wallpaper, all that, to keep reminding ourselves what is our dreams. Okay, so a clear vision actually attract the right strategy. So this is what the book trying to say, because whenever we are able to visualize our dreams, right? So for example, if let's say you like to travel around the world, to be, of course, we have to be specific. Okay, what are the country, your top bucket list and all that. And whenever you're able to know how that place look like, then you know how much to go there and so on. And then the strategy will come. Okay, how much you need to actually earn to able to go there. Okay, and then also clear dream affirms your purpose. It determines your priority and also give direction and also motivation. Okay, so it's actually a reaffirmation whenever we have able to visualize and clearly see our dreams, because visual is the one that actually stays longest in our mind, in our memory. Okay, and also, do you want to, for example, the book also give one example. Do you want to lose weight? He asked. Okay, so if let's say you want to lose weight, you should be able to visualize, once you're able to lose weight, how you will look like. So if you look in the mirror, what are actually the perfect form that you wish you able to achieve? Okay, and do you want to get out of that, for example? So if let's say your dream is actually to get out of debt, to be financial freedom, okay, you should be able to see when the day you come, there's totally no debt in your bank or whatsoever. How does it look like? Okay, so number three, the question is actually, am I depending on factors within my control to achieve my dream? Okay, so I think this is a very important point also. It has been also been shared by one of my favorite leaders, which is Crown Ambassador Ninoy. He always mentioned that whenever we are trying to pursue anything, okay, including of course our dream, we need to focus on things that we can control and not focusing on things that we cannot control. So same thing, you see, John Maxwell here also asks us to ask ourselves, when we set the dream, right, are we depending on a factor which we can control on? So I think this is very important, whereby we can actually share with another person, okay, when we OPP or when we share with them, are the tools or the platform that they rely on can actually help them to achieve what they want using their own ability, which they can control all the factors on. So if let's say can't, then probably they need another platform, right? Like for example, Amway, you can control all the factors. Okay, if you want to exponentially grow your business, you just need to keep doing the basic things, right? The 3S and 1M. Okay, so here the books actually says that shallow men believe in luck, a strong man believe in the cause and effect. Okay, so actually is the formula is quite simple. It's actually already a proven formula. Anything we want to achieve, as long as we put it into action, okay, something will happen. But if let's say we do nothing, we just based on the faith and also just based on luck, right? Okay, it's hardly materialized. Okay, so the more concerned you become on things that you can't control, the less you will do to improve on things that you can control. Okay, so this is equally true, especially if for those of you that are still doing your own business or still working, I believe is you will feel it. Especially if, let's say, your boss gives you a very tough task, right? You tend to like put it aside first, don't think about it first. Okay, but the more you don't think about it, the more you can't complete or accomplish it. Okay, so what here is trying to say is that we shouldn't be concerned on things that we can't control, even though the task given probably is new to you, but you just focus on things that you can start doing first. Okay, and then eventually the momentum and also the positive energy, right, will push you through, right? So this is the same thing when we want to pursue our dream and also our goal. So build your dream on your strength, habits, and also the potential. This is something that I very, very believe in, is actually habits is very important. So if, let's say, we want to make this happen, then of course we start from the most basic thing, which is our daily habits. So if you are able to leverage on our existing strength, and then you change a little small change daily, is also a small win to us, stepping closer to our dream. Okay, but you need to relate lah. Okay, if let's say your dream is to lose weight, for example, the previous slide I mentioned, if your dream is to lose weight, what are the new habits that you should incorporate into your daily life? Okay, so those are the things you are things that you can control. Okay, so number 4, the question is, does my dreams compel me to follow it? Okay, so whether your dream actually make you continuously following it. So passion is the starting point for all the achievement. So again, if let's say it's truly something that you love to do, definitely you will follow through your dream, right? You will follow up your dream, right? So make sure it's something that create passion to yourself. And then between dream inspiration and its manifestation, there's going to be a lot of perspiration. So this is something that we need to mentally prepare also. Actually, in dream building, I think is very relatable to what Darryl just shared also. Okay, it's not only putting into action, but at the same time, it's also on the mind and also our psychology part also. Okay, whether are we ready to perspire? Okay, and then also this book recommend us to scale our passion towards our dreams. So when you, for example, you already list down all your dreams, right? And then you already identify and so on. But of course, the book, why the book teach us how to scale it is because some of the things that we want to pursue, maybe it's passionate, you have the passion toward it, but it's not strong enough. Okay, so you should actually scale things that we want to chase. For example, here, actually the book shows scale 1 until 10, but I just put some of the example because our target is actually to ensure the dream is at least 8 and above. Okay, so if let's say it's only scale 1 is you are still passionate in it, but you would rather, that means if there's another better option, you will say I can actually go for that. Okay, so that means the passion level is the lowest. So for example, scale number 5, it says that take it or leave it. Okay, so that means it's still about 50-50. But when 8 and onwards, right, you can be sure that the dreams that you set is actually quite strong, which is you are willing to sacrifice for it. Okay, number 9 is even you can't imagine your life without it. So for example, if you ask me, hey, for the rest of my life, I cannot travel anymore, or I cannot discover new place anymore, I will really feel very demotivated and I can't really continue life with that. So that is the reason why during the COVID time, I really very demotivated because totally cannot go anywhere. So you will feel that kind of feeling. You can't imagine your life without it. Okay, so that is my own example. How about yours? So number 10, it says that you even set, it is so strong that you even able to set others on fire. So for example, when I go out or chit chat with any stranger or new friends, right? Whenever you talk about traveling, I can really make them feel excited also. Because I'm not sure you know or not how detailed I go into travel, because place that I never been to, but if let's say it's my favorite place, I already Google Street that place even before I go there. So whenever I talk to a person who just back from there, but I yet to go there, I can talk to them as if I already been there before. Then end of the day, they will say, hey, you've never been there. How come you know got this place, and this place is just next to this place? Then that is how we actually can influence other people with your things that you're really passionate in, and that's your dream. Okay, so number 5, do I have a strategy to reach my dream? Okay, so this is a very important part in this book also, because a lot of people, they are able to set what is their dream, but they do not know what is the way to actually achieve it, or actually with their current job or current business, they are unable to achieve that dream. So the secret of getting ahead is actually getting started. But if let's say to relate with our Amway business is actually to find a right platform. For example, if let's say you want to travel freely, it's really require both the freedom of time and also freedom of financial. Okay, so number 2, what do you do day to day? Examine it. Okay, so this is more on once we actually set the dream and you find a correct tool to actually achieve it, we have to monitor and also examine it on a daily basis, whether we are getting closer to our dream, and do things every day that related to our dream. Okay, so utilize all our resources, remove the non-essential, and also embrace challenges. So I think this is a part that we have to learn also, because a lot of time we have so many resources around us. For example, if let's say we are building Amway business, we have our mentor, all the great mentor, and also our active upline around us. Do we actually utilize them or actually leverage on them to help us in the business? And also at the same time, do we remove the non-essential? So when we say non-essential, right, it's all the rejection, all the no's that we face day to day. Okay, we just have to go through all that. Okay, and don't really linger too long on things that we can't control. So embrace all the challenges. Okay, so number 6, have I included the people I need to realize my dream? So we often heard also there's a quote whereby in order to make a dream happen, and then you need a team, something like that, right? Okay, this is also true, especially if let's say you are going for a very holistic or very meaningful dreams or purpose of life. So just now, if you recall the diagram, is actually helping the world. But when we talk about helping the world, right, in a profession perspective, is very limited. It's like we only contribute, for example, myself, I only contribute as an accountant, just in the tiny company in the oil and gas industry. But if let's say today we are able to help more people through Amway platform, I think that is even more meaningful, right? Because we are giving more opportunity to people, and at the same time, along the way of achieving our dream, we are able to share this also with other people. They can do the same thing in this platform. So help along the way. This is actually in this book also. The right author asks us to keep reminding ourselves what are the helps that we need along the way, and also what are the helps that we can give along the way. And number 2, dream accomplished with the dream team. This is the quote that I mentioned just now. So people who inspire you, compliments your skill, and honors with you. And to be frank, actually out there, right, I'm not saying, I'm not trying to be negative, but actually in a corporate world and even in a conventional business world, it's very hard to find anyone that actually can compliment our skills and to be honest with us, right? But we are so blessed, all of us here. If let's say you are in an Amway business, I think you already feel it, that we already have the person that will inspire us, compliment our skill, and be so honest and transparent with us. And that is the person that actually sponsor you to the business. So I think it's such a blessing to have this business, right? Because it already helped you to answer this question number 6. If let's say you are using Amway platform to achieve your dream. So number 7, he's asking, am I willing to pay the price for my dream? This is the part where a lot of people also stop here. Okay, they said already the dream, they know what is the tool, the strategy, they know the people, but are they willing to sacrifice? Okay, so dream believers are in abundance, but dream buyers are rare. So when we say that dream buyers, that means you know that your dreams come with a price tag. So the price tag is not necessarily in a monetary form. If let's say you can achieve using money or whatsoever, then it's easier, right? But if let's say it's something beyond money and also probably in terms of time and all that, So are we willing to perspirate and also to sacrifice in order to buy it? Okay, so number two, the price must be paid more than once, possibly to pay even too much. So are we ready? So when we say pay more than one is, we all have seen one of the viral video recently that there's one artist that actually walk up the stairs and then it keep falling down and then you have to start again with a few steps down. Okay, so that is something that along the way we want to achieve our dreams, right? We have to be prepared, which we will always be pulled down again, and then we have to stand back up and also continue the journey and be very clear on what we want to achieve. So number three, price including receiving critics, conquer our fear and also hard work. Okay, so I think this in words it sounds like very easy, but in real life, if you are ready and we are really very strong in embracing all these challenges, then I think we have answered this number 7. So number 8, am I moving closer to my dream? So this is actually to keep monitoring, and while monitoring, of course, we will feel demotivated sometimes, or when we face challenges, how do we want to overcome? Actually, there's only one rule in this book that I mentioned. Rule number 1 is actually take one more step. Rule number 2 is actually when you cannot take one more step, refer back to rule number 1. So what John Maxwell is trying to say is that don't stop walking. This is actually true, especially in hiking. So I share a little bit on things that I passionate also. So I'm actually very into hiking. So hiking is also the same thing. Whenever we have a new friends that join us hiking, right? Whenever they want to give up or they want to stop for a long break, we actually just tell them, you don't have to stop. You just continue walk in a slower pace that you can manage. Okay, so that is actually how we motivate and also true to ourselves. So whenever we are in the process of achieving our dreams, right, don't stop or don't give up. Okay, we can continue as long as you take one more step. It's already a continuation to achieve that dream. So quitting is more about who you are than where you are. So a lot of people say that, oh, I already almost achieved. Okay, I already, just like just now, Darryl also gave a very good example. Okay, the Iron Man, is it the last one that he participated, and then in the subsequent year 2019, he finally completed it. But then if let's say you are a person who give yourself excuse, right? You will say that, oh, I almost achieved already, just a little bit only. Okay, so it's okay, I don't have to complete it. Okay. So that actually defines who we are. It doesn't matter you already achieved 90% or 99%, but it actually defines who you are. Doesn't matter where you achieve. As long as it's not accomplished, you are still not there yet. Okay. So the only guarantee for failure is to stop trying. So don't stop trying. Just keep going. And like I said, you always go back to the person that know how to inspire you, know how to value your strength, and consult them. Okay. And if your ship doesn't come in, you can always swim up. So I think this quote is so powerful in this book also, because a lot of time we are thinking, hey, how come the person that I look for haven't appeared in the business? For example, if we relate back to Amway, but actually is that, have we do enough OPP or STP to go out and look for that person that actually can share the same dream and also strive for the same thing in our business? Okay, so does working towards my dream bring satisfaction? This is also the question to reiterate whether you're really passionate about it. So it's about who you become in the process. I think this is very similar to what our system teaching also, right? Is who we become in the process of achieving diamond. It's not the ending whereby we become a diamond as a person, but it's the process on how you grow yourself and develop yourself as a person. And appreciate each step forward is in the journey. Okay, make sure you really enjoy the journey in achieving this dream that we have set. Okay, so make new discovery while we are living in the gaps. So when we say living again, if you put it in this way, right, you feel like, wow, it's actually very wonderful, because as long as we are still in the process, right, we still have a lot of things to learn. We still have a lot of things to discover. That's the beauty of setting a very big dream. Okay, so number 10, does my dream benefit others? So I think this come to another go back to the diagram just now. So whether it benefits the world. Okay, so if a man for whatever reason has the opportunity to lead an extraordinary life, he has no right to keep it to himself. So if let's say today we have a dream, but it's a very selfish one, it's only applicable to our when you achieve, the satisfaction is can't be shared, the joy can't be shared with people around us, then I think there's still some lacking. If let's say we if you have studied the Maslow hierarchy before, the highest achievement in human life is actually also the actualization and also able to share with others, right? So number 2, significance of dream comes when a person has something to offer. Okay, so if let's say today, if we have managed to achieve our dream and at the same time, we also able to offer something to others. Okay, it could be, for example, one day you have achieved a great wealth, you are able to do more charity, you're able to offer more, but at the same time, right, for example, MA business, you're not only able to do charity, you're able to offer the same opportunity to others people who want to achieve whatever their dream is. Okay, so the power of giving is also a thing that in this book mentioned is very powerful. Whenever we set a dream that when you achieve, you are able to give. Okay, so when I think I still have a bit more to cover. So I think when I share about dreams, right, I just can't continue sharing about goals also. So I just give you guys a little bit of insight about goal setting also, because I think both is very relatable. So for example, we have heard of, I'm not sure whether you heard of this story before. So this story is about a person have a pen, right? So if you are given a whole fish, that person might think, oh, I am not able to cook that whole fish in the pan. But that is only because you didn't cut the fish into a smaller pieces, right? So actually, same thing. If let's say today we are being encouraged or motivated to dream big, but we don't know how to actually break our big dream into a smaller portion, right? You actually will feel demotivated if let's say you not able to achieve it. But if let's say you break into a smaller pieces, which we call goals, right, and you achieve along the way, step by step, you'll feel very motivated, and you actually feel that things that I mentioned just now, you enjoy the journey. Okay, so we need to learn also how to actually set our goal. So it's as simple as cutting into a smaller pieces like this one. Okay, so I think actually I put this example, and just now when I was listening to Darryl's sharing, I think, oh, she already helped me to share this one. So it's actually on the marathon. So I also give one example like marathon, right? If I say your goal is actually to complete a full marathon, when you train, right, you cannot straight away train for your 2 km, right? Okay, so you need to know how to plan your training and how to break it into a smaller pieces when you do your training. That is actually how to achieve your goal bit by bit. So if you are a totally new person, you have to do like a rhythm running. Okay, probably you do a 3-2 or 4-1 formula, like run for 4 minutes, rest for 1 minute, and so on. Probably first time 1 km, and then slowly you move to 3 km, 5 km, and so on. So that is how we break it into smaller, more attainable, and also more achievable, and it's more motivating. All right, and this is another example, right? So when we talk about the why, is always relating to our dreams. So once we have that big dream, we need to set the direction. So when we want to ensure we are always in the right direction, break that dream into a smaller goal, and also put it into plan. So this is what our system always teaches us. So once we have all this in place, next we must believe that you can actually escape it, and you are ready to overcome all the challenges, and also the sacrifice that you about to face. Okay, so next is just put it into action. Okay, so this is what I have been taught in the system also, the why, the dream, goal, belief, and also action. Okay, so in terms of dream, if you can say it, you will believe it. So not only visualizing it, but also through our OPP and also our STP, right? We just try to keep saying it. Actually, when I share with my prospect, it's not only telling them, it's also telling myself, okay, what is the first beginning things that actually fire me up. Okay, so when we have a goal or a plans, right, we need to always do the counseling, okay? Because our upline is not our boss, okay? A lot of people, when they are just new in the business, they feel, wow, I don't want to kacau my boss. I don't want to, I don't want to share so much with my upline, because they got the wrong perception, because all of us are so used to working place, right? But actually, it's very different, because our mentor and also our upline is actually our friend in this journey in achieving our dream. So believe I actually take a quote from also Bill Brick. He said that let the log barks and also the caravan drive away. So we have to always have this in our mind whenever we receive a rejection or a no, or a person that actually not only say no, but they challenge you back. Hey, how come you go to an MBA business and so on? So you have to be able to visualize very clearly what is your vision, and you have to really have that strong belief. So when you have that strong belief, just like what Bill Brick said, you will just assume that the dogs continue to bark, but the caravan just continue its way. So we are on the right caravan to achieve our dreams. So in terms of action, be ready to go through crap of life. You have to go to the other side of it. Okay, so only by going through all this hardship and also the sacrifice, we are able to achieve something different. So goal setting, same like dream building also, is very, I would say it's easy to set goals, but the difficult part is actually when you require to change in order to achieve the goals, right? So I think this comic has such a wonderful illustration of this. Who wants to change? Everyone wants, okay? But who want to change? Who want change? Everyone want, but who want to change? Nobody want, okay? So this same to us. If let's say we want our life to change to a more flexible one, okay, we go out buy things, or when we do shopping, we don't have to always look at the price tag, or we want to order food, every time have to check which one is more affordable. So if we want a change in our life, right, be willing to change, not only set what you want to change, but you're not willing to change. Okay, so if your dream don't scare you, they are too small. So I think I take this quote from Richard Benson, that actually, if let's say our dream that we want to achieve, right, is too easy, it's not considered dream yet. Probably it's just your small goal in life. Okay, but if I say dream is something that when you think about it, at the same time it scared you, but at the same time also it will motivate you every day when you wake up. So that is what we call dreams. Okay, so there's also a suggestion and also a recommendation. You can actually write down a goal, your goal that you set on anywhere that you will look at on a daily basis. So I have this small booklet that actually I will write my goals on. Okay, so I'm not sure about you. If let's say certain people always check on the phone, you can set it in the phone and so on. But I'm more traditional. Okay, I write in the booklet one. Okay, so what kind and when we set the goals also, right, we can set in different aspect. Okay, so the first aspect that suggested, for example, we can do a self-development goal. Okay, what kind of person I want to become is also a very big question. But if let's say we really think about it, then you can actually include it into your goals, right? And I always like this in the Stephen Covey books, the 7 habits of highly effective people. Okay, this is actually habit number 2. Okay, that he says that everything that we do in life, we have to begin with the end in mind. But I think this technique is so good to put it here whenever you want to set a goal, what kind of person I want to become. Because in this book itself, right, this second habit, I still remember very clearly the example given is that Stephen Covey asks us to imagine on your funeral, okay, what do you wish people that actually talk about you? So this is actually strike me very deeply when I read that book that time. So I feel, wow, if let's say one day suddenly really touch wood, I accident and pass away, what people will actually talk about me? What good things about me that actually live as a legacy? So same thing like our beloved late Diamond Janet, right? So many of good things and also example, leadership, visionary that we talk about her. So if let's say we also have the kind of things that we want to achieve, right? Put it into goal. Okay. For example, you want to people have an impression, wow, he is actually a very health conscious, he's very a fit person. Then you can actually put into a goal. Starting next year onward, or starting tomorrow onwards, I want to be a very fit person. I have to force myself, like what Darryl said, every week 2 to 3 times of exercise, become a fit person. Okay, so when you have that direction, you are able to set your goal. So another aspect is actually, other than self-development, we also can set material goals. So like I said, not everyone is so into material, but if I say you are into material things, you can set things like what kind of house you want to own, what kind of car, or what kind of luxury bag, or watch for guys, okay, that you want to own. Okay, so you can actually set it. And when you set it, as a financial person, I will always say you have to know the price. Okay, so like myself, even when I want to go for a very challenging hike, I know what are the extra gears that I want to buy in my bucket list, and I know what is the price of those things. That is how I actually put my material goals also. So sorry. So this part is actually the third suggestion is actually we can do a financial goal also. So when we say financial goal 2023, what is our financial goal? Still the same every year, also wait for that bonus from our job, or actually we want to increase our income. I believe if let's say you have listened to so many nowadays we listen to a lot of podcasts and also YouTube financial advice, all that's right. Now what they actually advise, they say that recession is coming, right? So when recession is coming, not only to be thrifty or to save money, but actually the most right way is actually to find another way to earn extra, to hustle more. Okay, you'll get a lot of this in those financial advice. So are we ready to do that? Okay, set the financial goal in that manner. So if I say today you want to have a part-time, how many part-time, and what is the actually financial target? But I think through Amway is very easy, right? Because you know every pin exactly what you achieve, and there's so much of factors that you within your control. Okay, so set a time frame to our goal: 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 years, and 5 years. What are each of the short-term and long-term goals that we want to achieve, respectively? But of course, now if we have come to the year end and we are welcoming 2023 soon, and even me myself, I'm in the process of writing down a lot of things that I want to do and achieve next year also. So I hope my sharing tonight able to help you to also do the same thing. And it's very important for all of us to be very clear on our dream and bring it into a smaller goal. At least 1 to the 5 years, we know what we want to progress. So after you set so many goals, right, you can actually choose 3 of the most important goals to you to write in your booklet or to put into your screens. So by end of next year, okay, you can actually revisit, have I achieved at least this top 3 that is so personal to me, okay? So write it on the daily basis, or do it on the so that you can see it on the daily basis. I think last week there's one leader that shared on the Thursday Mandarin meeting. If you have attended, I think he have shared such a powerful reminder, right? Nowadays we can leverage on phone, because he actually set his goal as a reminder. Every 30 minutes will pop up. So I think, wow, that's a very good idea. But maybe if I follow, I won't do 30 minutes. Maybe every 1 or 2 hours is already very good enough. But I think the idea from him is very good, because a lot of time is we are too busy with our day-to-day work until we have forgotten the bigger picture, which is the dream that we want to achieve, right? So I think he has also proven that it is very effective, because he already achieved platinum share in such a short period. So I would like to try his method also. So setting goal is just the start. So once you set the goal, right, continue, put it into execution. Don't just stick to the starting point. Setting a goal without execution is just like for what we say short Cinderella, okay, for your own fun only. So I think this should be the second last slide already. Goal may give focus. So goal is actually to make us more focused. Because if we talk about big dream, it's very hard for us to focus on how to achieve that big dream. But when you break it into a smaller goal, you are able to focus, but you have to realize that the driving force to complete all these small goals is actually still our dream. Okay, the dream is the one that actually gives us power. This is also from John Maxwell. So lastly, the best dream actually happens when we are awake, not when we are asleep. So of course, tonight when we sleep also, we might have a sweet dream, good dream, but actually the most wonderful things for dreams to happen is when we awake, when you see your own dream happen in real life. Okay, so with that, I have completed my sharing for tonight. I hope it helps you, but it definitely helped myself as a reminder and also a recap to myself. Why is my dream at the first place? Okay, so with that, I pass it back to Bella.
Okay, wow, thank you so much for Lance. So let's type 10 10 10 for him. So I'm sure everybody now already awake, right? Not sleeping anymore. So because like Lance has said, so we need to set our goal, and then if you don't think that you want to write down, then you can set a timer on your phone, right? Every how many minutes you want it to let you focus again on your goals. And then so when you too busy to do your things, then you can keep it will keep reminding you, right, to do the things that you need to do. Okay, then don't forget to break your big picture into a very small steps, so that you don't think it like too hard to achieve. So you will feel like, okay, I will take a small step first. So you take it step by steps, okay? Because like the sayings like great things or great success always start with the small beginnings, right? Okay, so so thank you very much again for Lance. So next are we going to have closing by Miss Casey or by Diamond Edwin?
Oh, I have the honor to say thank you tonight. I don't need to
Thank you
say
so
anymore
much.
because the first speaker talked about stamina. Okay, so we need that stamina to pursue our dreams, and it's very, well so shared by Lance. Yeah, it's a reminder, and it's a very good topic because it's approaching New Year. Every time New Year, we have New Year resolution, right? Okay, so anyway, I'm Casey here. Everybody knows, yeah. Tony and myself make a team. Just want to say thank you to Diamond Edwin and the late Diamond Janet for providing this platform. And of course, despite his busy schedule, Lance, spend his time to put up the slide and share with us. Okay, so I won't elaborate so much. Just pursue your dream. Okay, associate the power association. Okay, and then the power spoken word. We apply the 3 powers, and then you'll be there because everything is there. Yeah, if you are in the system, then you will know all these the powers coupled with your dreams, coupled with the action, coupled with your belief and your vision. Yeah, definitely it's a done deal. It's just a matter how. I like the last slide, the second last slide. You see, don't stop. Don't just stay at the starting point. Yeah, just move on. Regardless, 2022 is nearing to the end actually. So just look forward to the new year and apply the 3 powers, pursue your dream, revisit your dream. I mean, that include myself, okay? I like to shop, I like to eat, I like to sleep. So these are my dreams also, okay? So we need to revisit. I like to track. Recently, I developed this new so-called passion, okay? So anyway, I also do yoga. I also like to do yoga, but I don't do it every day, yeah? So that is one of my dreams to do it every day, okay? Yeah, so anyway, thank you very much again, Darryl and Lance, for tonight's sharing. Okay, and I think this is the time that passed back to our awesome MC Bella. Okay, and also like to take this opportunity to thank the hero behind the scene, Wilun, the AV person. They week in, week out, every time serve the team. All right. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas, everyone. I see you again. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Miss
Thank
Casey.
you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, Miss
Len.
Casey.